Good morning. I've got a mantra that I want you to start repeating to yourself. Bait the hook to suit the fish. 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 What this means is that if you are, I'm not a fisher, so know that I'm not an expert in this, okay? But if you are trying to catch a certain kind of fish and they like flies, then put something that looks like a fly on it, not a worm. If you're trying to catch fish that like worms, put worms on the hook. Don't put flies on the hook. This is common sense, is it not? If you started putting I like pizza, so if you started putting pizza on the hook, are you going to catch the fish? No, because the fish isn't interested in what you want. The fish is interested in what it wants. Now, there's an acronym for this. It's WIIFM. What's in it for me? And you have to have this mindset in your sales and your marketing. You have to constantly ask yourself, what is this about for the other person? Not what is in it for me, but what is it about for the other person? Because even if you love certain aspects of your product or your service, even if you're excited, and maybe you're explaining the benefits of eating broccoli to your children and all the wonderful nutrients, if that's not exciting to them, then don't bait the hook to suit the fish. If kids don't care about nutrients, but they do care about going out and playing, then that's what you offer them, okay? I've got a quick way for you to go out and play really, really, really fast, okay? Eat 5 pieces of broccoli and you're out, you're done, okay? You want to do this thing? Do this, okay? This is the way you influence people. This is simple, basic influence 101, right? I can't tell you how many times I look at marketing and I go, they're telling me about what they get excited about. And actually, there are some fairly prominent people on the planet that do this really poorly. I was actually watching a video on Elon Musk, and I mean, the guy is brilliant. I'm not saying that I know business better than him or anything like that. He's absolutely brilliant in many ways. Having said that, he's a terrible marketer, legitimately. When he's up front, he does things in a really poor way that actually push people away rather than bringing them in. Often, I've watched him sell his own vehicles, and I will hear him talk about things, and the audience is quiet and nobody cares about it. And then he will talk about other things later on that he should have talked about at the beginning that people get excited about. So again, the things that other people are getting excited about, that's what you need to talk about. That's what you need to engage with people on. And this takes 2 things. One, you need to start doing market analysis. You need to start talking to your clients, talk to your past clients, talk to the people around you and find out what works for them. What did they get excited about? So these are people that have already been excited about your services or product on some level. The other thing is that you need to ask new prospects new questions. You need to constantly ask questions. When I set up a marketing campaign, I try what I believe will work. But that's never what I end up with. What I end up with is I try a bunch of different things. Some of the things I think will work better. Sometimes my assistant or other people think these things will work better. And so we try those all out. And then we go with what works. Because that's the bait that suits the fish. Not what I thought would work, not the image that I thought would work, the image that appeals to other people. So you try a bunch of different things. Sometimes you're going to fumble around. We get better at this as we do business longer, and you will start having better ideas as time goes by. But the key with all influence is bait the hook to suit the fish. Whether it is your child, whether it is your partner, whether it is an extended family member, whether it is a friend, whether it is a business partner, whether it is a client, whether it is whoever it is, an employer. Bait the hook to suit the fish. And as you find out what matters to the other person, you will have more success in influencing them. They will be more excited about your product when you do this. I've got a really quick story. My family wants to take off to France for a year, so we've been talking about this with the kids. My daughter came up to me and said, "Dad, I'm not all that excited about going to France." I said, "Oh, what's going on?" So keep in mind, I'm not saying we're going to France, it's so good for you, we're going to do this and this and this and this and this. These are all wonderful things that I'm excited about. What I did was I asked her, "What's going on?" And she said, "Well, Dad, I'm not going to be seeing my cousins as much." I said, "Okay." Legitimately, she's a social person. So I asked her, "Hey, listen, if we found a way to see how often do you see your cousins now?" And she's like, "I only see them a few times a year." I said, "Okay, so if we can still see them a few times a year while we're gone in France for a year, does that work for you?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, that's fantastic." And I said, "Not only that, could one of those times be maybe they come to France and visit us?" And she's like, "That would be fantastic." So now she's excited because now the fear that she had bait the hook to suit the fish. Now it's been turned around, and now it's going to be better. France is going to be better than living here. She's going to see her cousins just as much, but she's going to be able to share experiences with them. Secondly, I said, is there anything else? And she said, well, Dad, we've got a local amusement park here. She said, Dad, there's no Callaway Park there. And I said, you know what, you're absolutely right, Jay. There is no Callaway Park there. I said, but come here and take a look at this. So again, I'm not pushing things like, hey, this is such a good idea because I like it. There are castles and there's history and there's really interesting geography, and that's the stuff I'm interested in, not her, okay? Or wine, cheese, or whatever it is. So I went to the computer and I pulled up Disneyland Paris. And I said, what do you think of this park? She looked at the ride and she went, Dad, those rides are bigger and better than the ones we have here. I said, yeah, they are. And she said, and it's like the parking lot's huge, and we could play, and they're like, look at this ride, and it interacts, and so I said, yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? I said, guess where that is? She said, where? I said, France. and I said, tell you what, if we go there, when we go there, how about we buy like a season pass? And here we can only use it in the summer. There, I think we can pretty well use it year round. She said, what? We can go more and it's better? I said, yeah. Are you okay with that? Guess who's excited about France now? Bait the hook to suit the fish. Ask people questions, find out what they want, find out what matters to them, and then use creativity, find ways that work for them. I didn't convince, I didn't work hard, I didn't manipulate my daughter to get her excited about this. I'm not going to force her to go. She now wants to go. Now she's excited to go because I baited the hook to suit the fish. Today, I want you to practice baiting the hook to suit the fish, to practice one situation, one relationship, sales, marketing, whatever it is, relationships, bait the hook to suit the fish. I've messed that up a lot of times here this morning. And then work on that with somebody else. Watch how easily somebody now desires something and how much more they follow through with it and how little work you need to do. This is far better influence. Enjoy today.